Hey, friends, I'm Dr. Zemekiel Jackson, Bishop Jackson to many of our leaders and covenant friends around the country. Listen, I was on social media just recently and I was just having an embarrassing moment. Uh, my embarrassing moment was I began to unload. I was looking at a church's live and I was embarrassed for the body of Christ. Now, I want you to hear me out because this is not a slam dunk to churches or ministries. But one of the frustrating things have been to me is to be looking at a reel or something, a secular show, and then I click on something that's in relation to Christianity, and it looks bad. And it was frustrating to me. It was a complete frustrating experience to think that the God in which we serve, that ministry is reflective in such a bad way. And I know there's so many pastors out there that are doing the very best job they can. So let me be clear. My statements were not to put down any church or any pastor that's doing the very best he can. And many times it's about a matter of knowing what direction to go. So I want to do something that is absolutely amazing for pastors and churches. We're getting ready to have our media training, and our media training where we're going to train media staff. It's going to be the first week in January. Many pastors and many churches are in need of that. And so I'm pairing with my sons in ministry, my media guy, my audio guy, my LED wall guy, all of my team that do what they do. And we're going to put together a comprehensive training that starts on a Thursday, and we're going to go from Thursday all the way to roughly Saturday, training and making deposits in the church. But I want to do something very special that's really a la carte. And I'm going to open it up for pastors and leaders. One of the things that happens is in training people, the pastor is clueless. I get a million and one questions from pastors that are asking me, should I do an LED wall? Should I do a TV wall? How do I make that stuff work? I need to learn all the latest. What do I need to do to enhance my media ministry? I've got so many questions. And, do we do cameras or do we do LED walls? Do we do what kind of cameras work best with LED walls? Do I do robotic, PTZ? What do I do? And so I have pastors, whether I go from an analog board, they're trying to get me to get an X32 board, which is a digital board versus an analog where we can turn the knobs. And so I'm going to do a session that's going to be almost 3 or 4 hours where pastors are going to be able to ask questions. I'm going to walk you through. It's called Training the Pastor. We're going to cover everything concerning evangelism and tools. Now, I'm going to do this session prior to my media training session because I want to make sure that pastors have everything they need to be able to know what they need for the upcoming year. I know that you're out there and you're saying to me, Reverend, I don't know what to do. I don't know what we should be doing. This is a closed session only for those that are decision makers. You're going to be able to raise your hand, ask questions. This is a digital workshop. Now, this digital workshop is the setup. I recommend pastors, media directors to be in and ask questions about technology. The hands-on training we're going to do is the first week in January. But I'm going to take one day and I'm going to answer all of the questions, help you walk through. We're going to do a shared screen setup where you're able to see what I see, take you through where you need to order the equipment from, what are the best places to do it, all of the nuts and bolts. Now, this is only $99. Um, and I'm going to take you through it. So if you are out there and you need a um, overview of what to purchase, what not to purchase, um, I want you to come join me for this powerful session. Um, I'm thinking probably about 30 people max of taking. And so we're going to do 30 people max. And let me tell you why only 30 people max. Um, because I want people to be able to ask questions, hold their hands, and learn through the experiences. And I won't be able to, for 3 hours, accommodate more than 30 people. So now, why is this important? Because maybe you're the man or woman of God and you're trying to be a game changer. You're trying to take your church into the next year. And you need this, or maybe your media director needs this. This is not my media training where we're showing them how to work the cameras and how to use the mixer and how to use the technology. That's the first week in January. And that's going to be simply amazing. This is telling you what you need, which direction. Some of you do not need to upgrade your equipment. Some of you may have perfect equipment. So I'm going to ask that pastors, a prerequisite, that you have a video picture or a picture of what your stuff looks like. And you're going to be able to share that on the screen while we're doing it. I've never done this, but I think this has been the missing piece for many of your media ministries. I've always helped the technical team, but the people that's purchasing it, the people that has this dream of doing things, don't know how to make it happen for their ministry. And sometimes I'm working with churches that you are an older church and you're trying to switch to this new technology and you've got 1,000,001 questions. I'm going to answer your questions. The question is this possible for us? And I'm going to show you, and I'm going to answer honestly. What are the hurdles? What are some of the things you go? I had a church that came to our media training and they were getting ready, doing an LED wall and had done it. And I was like, first of all, you're going to have electrical trouble and this is what you need. These are the circuits that you need, the breakers you need. This is the upgrade that you need even before you do that. It was like, wow. And they said, one of them said, well, no, we got it. And then they found out they needed it. So I'm going to help solve a lot of questions and help you. And so listen to me. If your pastor is into stuff and wants to upgrade the media ministry, but he doesn't know how to go about doing it, maybe you ought to gift this in the pastor. Say, hey, pastor, I'm going to pay for this one day's course. It's 3 hours. They're going to talk through and you're going to ask every question. Now, let me tell you what this is a blessing. If I come in and do a media consulting for your church, it's usually about $500, anywhere from $250 to $500, plus flight and travel. So sometimes I come in for about an hour, and you put me up in a hotel, we do flight, travel, and all of that, and then I walk in your grid and kind of show you exactly what you need to do that, and that's what I expect. You fly me in, you feed me, you put me in a hotel, and all of that good stuff, but for many of you, you won't have to do that. You're going to be able to pick my brain for what your ministry needs, and it's going to be amazing. I don't care if have 3 pastors on it or have 30 leaders on it. I just want to be able to help media ministries get to the next level. So I've fussed, I've complained. Now, one of the questions that people have asked me, and I'm going to answer this, they've asked me and they said, well, we're using cell phones and there's a couple systems out there that allow you to use cell phones. And, what's your opinion of that? It's not all bad. Switch your technology. We're going to kind of cover that. And if you're going to upgrade from there, what do you need to do to make the upgrade? And all of those kind of things. I've got a lot of stuff that we're going to cover. Some of you are using OBS and all of those kind of things, and you need to know which direction. I promise you, this session is going to change every aspect of your media ministry. And watch, before you buy, spend another dollar. Listen to me. You need this session. And then I need to know the names of the equipment and the stuff that you've got. I don't want you to spend money that you don't need to spend. It's going to be amazing. Thank you so much. Look at the bottom of the screen. The website is there for you to sign up. Now, listen to me. Many of you need to call the office, give them payment. They'll show you how to get a payment because you're going to get a special RSVP invitation to be in this session. It is different. No special equipment is necessary. And hopefully you've outlined everything that you have questions. I want you to come. You got 30 questions. I want you to bring them because we're going to cover them. I'm excited. I love you so much. And, I can't keep talking about the problem. I got to jump in and help people make it better. And now, get this. Somebody said to me, but you're charging people. Absolutely. Because that you value, you put your money where your mouth is. And that you value, you pay for. And I just, if I be honest with you, it was frustrating to me. I'm looking at, pastors online, and you drive a $100,000 car, and you stand in a $500,000 house, and your life looks horrible. And I was talking to the pastor, and he just kind of going, it was like, man, if I knew how to do it better, I would. And it hit me that I'm not doing a good enough job of making sure the information is readily available. So I'm going to make myself available. I love you so much, and I want you to plug in. I want to help change your media ministry life. I want the church to look better than the world. We can do it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, watch this. What I'm doing now with you all, you will not believe. It's a little cheap camera with some paint thrown on the wall. The ability to make things look good is easy. And so, and as a matter of fact, even the wall that was painted, the lady just walked in, she up in age. So we just kind of threw it together. Great church mother. She was like, Pastor, I paint. And she threw it. And she talked to her. We put together some amazing things, and you can do this too. And I want to help you. Thank you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Let's make ministry look good.